I want to capture my thoughts about growing potatoes in Northern California with a cooling breeze from the coast, planted in late spring. We've just hit the solstice and already one of the varieties has died out. I planted Purple Viking. They look like this now, still alive, but rapidly fading. And I also planted a variety called Russian Banana. Now the Russian bananas have already faded, and bucket by bucket I've harvested most of the buckets. The first bucket yielded, oh, I don't know, they were kind of small. The second bucket here, this is the third bucket, yielded just barely 2 pounds of potatoes. And I don't think any of them are as large as the mother potato. And this, the one I harvested second, this yielded 1.5 pounds. There's some good eating potatoes in here. None of them, only a few of them are really too small, like this one. This one was harvested about 4 days later, and we have more potatoes from it and a little bit larger. But basically the leaves just kind of got corroded and died off. So one of my thoughts is planting in mid-spring for a summer harvest is probably not the best use of my California weather. These should probably be planted more like right after the new year and harvested in late spring. Also, this 6.24 gallon grower's bucket from Home Depot, well, there were no potatoes in the bottom 4 inches at least, if not the bottom 5 inches. So I don't think that this tall size of the bucket is the right kind. I'm going to get a squatter container next time. The leaves are chlorotic, they're yellow. I didn't really follow any fertilizing schedule. I fertilized too little and too late on these guys, so I should fertilize more reliably next time. I followed another grower's technique of putting a layer of potatoes on the bottom, close to the bottom, and another layer farther up. So there's really no reason the potatoes shouldn't have filled the bucket. I thought I'd use this emitter tubing from Lowe's. It emits along the entire length of the tubing because it's porous rubber. But it really wasn't a good idea because even though I was pretty careful to keep the buckets close, a lot of it did drip down the sides to water the weeds. And I wasn't here to monitor it closely enough, so both buckets were largely soaking wet. And I think that might have contributed to the I don't know if it was an early death of the potatoes, but it might have contributed to them deciding they had grown long enough and would die off. All in all, it was just a wonderful, wonderful harvest. Woo!